Highly anticipated, highly requested. Windbreaker's most hyped dresser, and the young master of a mafia family. Here we have how to dress like Dom Kang. Alright, so to start off with this video, we have to go over Dom's physique and build. Dom is taller than most other characters in Windbreaker. The Namu wiki lists him as being in the mid 180s, and the Windbreaker fandom lists him about the same as well. He is tall, with a nice frame, and a built ass body. I mean, we've all seen that one Dom edit. Early Dom has long hair. Very simple, just grow out your hair everywhere, including your sides. In Australia, this is your classic beach boy haircut, and in Korea, maybe it's like a gangster haircut. Then, after that, he has that Park Sayori from Itaewon Class haircut. If you want a better and trendier version of this, then get an Asian Edgar. After the Asian Edgar, we got a middle part classic. And then, after Dom gains weight and then loses it, we're back to the long cut again. But low-key a bit better styled and layered. Dom cutting his middle part at the front to be shorter than the back to give better shape. I'm saying all of this to illustrate that a lot will look good on Dom, due to his height and build, as well as his hair complementing his outfit's street look. Alright, now let's get into the outfits. The first time we see Dom in something branded, we got Dom in some Jordan 4s. More specifically, these are the Jordan 4 green glows. On eBay, these are going for anywhere between $200 to $300. These shoes are definitely foreshadowing what Dom wears for the rest of the series, as we will soon see. Dom's next outfit, we got him in a red Supreme Coach jacket from 2009. This is a cool piece that I was able to find from the distinctive scout-like patches on the back of Dom's jacket. I saw an old authenticated listing on Ground for this jacket in a small black for $450. His snakeskin hat is also Supreme. This hat, which is pretty similar, being listed on StockX for $130. Supreme. This is not the last we will see of Supreme for Dom, trust me. Under Dom's uniform, we got a black on black Supreme box logo. This authenticated one in the size medium is listed on Grailed for $242. Here, Dom is wearing some more Jordans. These are the Jordan 6 Carmines, which are listed on eBay for about $120. This is a little bit of a calm Jordan that would definitely have been popular back then. Speedrun. Here we got Dom showing love to Barca with this Nike Barcelona backpack. Dope. Here, we got some Oreo Jordan 6s, which can be seen listed on eBay for $450, matching with a Jordan track jacket. Grey and red Supreme box logo. Old authentic Grey listing for $310. Super dope Supreme and North Face Nupsy, $450. Styled with Bread Jordan 11s, which average for about $450 brand new. Jordan and Supreme, Jordan and Supreme. These are basically all of Dom's outfits in part 1, and we will definitely see more in the next parts. Part 2. And damn! Alright, June. With an Arsenal Nike windbreaker. Tough. Alright, now back to Dom. Here we got Dom in a Slam Dunk Hanamichi No. 10 t-shirt. I've actually been watching Slam Dunk recently and was surprised to see this Shohoku top in the reread for this video. Slam Dunk is super popular in Asia, so I'm not really surprised by this at all. Dom's next fit is fire. We have this Yankee Supreme red leather varsity jacket. This is the same jacket that Vinjin was wearing in Lookism. Fire. This jacket has a few authenticated listings on Ground right now. One in medium for $1,800 and one in large for $1,200. Crazy jacket. Here we have Dom in some unique ass Nike Cat t-shirts. Somehow this is apparently still on sale in the US, in a size black for $35. I doubt this style is a mainstay for Nike SB, but I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. Dom's next outfit is a throwback. Once again, that skater hypebeast era. We have Dom in a grey and red Thrasher hoodie. Thrasher was ultra popular back during those days, skater style being the ultimate inspiration for that era. Here we have Dom in Jordan 1 Breads. These are a narratively important shoe for the webtoon. Dom buying it from the Trident Crew rider. These eventually get customized by Dom's uncles to be fit for riding clip pedal bikes. The Bread Band ones average around the $500 to $600 region new on StockX, and sell for about $400 used on eBay, which is pretty realistic as to how Dom bought his sneakers too, eh? Here, we got Dom in a made up shirt for the webtoon. Supreme, once again, but this time a tee featuring a photo of Michael Jordan wearing the Supreme collab tee. Funny tee for Dom to be wearing, considering that this never released. The tee that Michael is wearing, however, is averaging around $300 on StockX new, and a few listings on Grailed for way cheaper, like $80 and $200. Nice tee. Dom is definitely a certified basketball fan, seen with the posters in his room, but also his clothing. Here, we see him rocking a Jordan Bulls white home jersey. A proper authentic Mitchell & Ness 95-96 Jordan jersey would cost around $250 new. But if you wanted a cheaper option, thrifting this jersey would be the vibe. And if you only care about the look, it'd be easy to find another player in the same color. Looking at the detail of Dom's, you can see a champion logo, so the exact jersey might be a cheaper swingman than the one I showed. Somehow I found this exact jersey on Etsy for $100. Much cheaper, but who knows the authenticity? Is Dom a panda by demon? Nah, probably not. Supreme, once again, with this grey and red box logo hoodie. One currently listed on Grailed for $625. Oh, look at this again. Surprisingly, another Supreme tee. Despite not being as obvious as the box logos, this is the Muhammad Ali photo tee, and one is currently listed on Grailed for $115 in a size large. Damn! This backpack is fire. Once again, Supreme. But like a bit of a remix of the original backpack. Here, we have the Supreme North Face Antarctica bag from spring 2017. The original has an American flag. Jo Sok choosing to replace the flag with a South Korean one. A listing for this bag on Grailed right now is priced at $400. Next outfit Dom is wearing is such a nostalgic box logo for me. One of my favorites, I cannot lie. It is the CDG reverse box logo. Absolutely amazing looking logo with the Supreme reversed sideways, crumpled, with Comme des Garçons shirt written on the top. Such a nice BOGO. A listing on Grailed right now in a size medium is currently listed for $189. This one is a subtle one that I thought was going to be something new, but surprisingly once again, Dom is wearing Supreme. I genuinely wonder if Jo Sok checks Supreme's latest releases every week for some of Dom's outfits. Some of these pieces are so random. This is a Fear of a Black Planet Supreme and Undercover collab sweater. Fear of a Black Planet is an album from hip-hop group Public Enemy. This lettering being used for their album cover. A listing on Grailed right now in an extra large is currently listed for $200. Graphic photo tee. Take a guess. If you guessed a Supreme tee that released the year this chapter came out, then you would be correct. This is the Supreme necklace tee, which came out in 2018. I could not find any current listings for this tee, but an authenticated tee on Grailed was listed previously for $100. The next tee has the text Super on it, and I think you get the pattern. This is the Supreme Chicken Dinner tee. Jo Sok changing the word Supreme to Super and then adding Korean food underneath it. Nice little parody. I couldn't find an authenticated listing in white, but did find this one in black that was previously listed on Grailed for $73. An unauthenticated listing was also listed on Grailed for $69, but for some reason or another was not flagged as authenticated by the Grailed team. Grey and orange Supreme hoodie is next up for Dom, a fall-winter 2017 drop. An old authenticated listing for this hoodie in a size large was listed on Grailed for $900. Nice orange and nice look on Dom. He is also wearing black Supreme S logo sweatpants. The S logo is one of the best from Supreme. Super clean. One pair of sweatpants very similar to Dom's is currently listed on Grailed for $150. Here we got Dom in a basic Nike white t-shirt. And psych! This is a Nike Off-White collab staff tee. Off-White's iconic quotation marks over the word logo. Nice. This was sold on Grailed for $135 and is currently for sale on eBay for $185. Nice shirt. Dom is also wearing some Burberry slides as well, which retail for about $300. Just a calm beach fit, nothing much. Nice box logo, Dom. This is the Brooklyn box logo Supreme tee that was released alongside the opening of the Brooklyn store in New York. This tee was previously listed authenticated on Grailed for $112. Very nice box logo. Supreme headband, $50. Nice. Part 2 done. And as you can tell, Supreme, Supreme, Supreme. Dom is a Supreme head, and it is not slowing down anytime soon. First fit of part 3, we have Dom in a blue on blue Supreme sweatshirt. This is known as the Bright Royal Box logo crew neck, and a listing was listed on Grailed, authenticated for $500 US in a size large, and also one listed for $246 US. Super, super, super clean box logo. I'm glad Dom's choice in Supreme is not trash. These are some serious Supreme pieces. Next, we have Dom wearing the Supreme... Oh wait, this is not Supreme this time. This is the Nike Sportswear Future hoodie in green. For retail, this was $80 US on end, but finding this hoodie these days for resale probably being a bit tough. For this fit, I cannot ID anything Dom is wearing, but this is definitely a replicable fit. Definitely has skater vibes. The long flannel shirt, baggy cargos, and beanie. Super easy skater fit that would look good on everyone. Definitely one I would recommend. Next, we got a Nike windbreaker here for Dom. Blue and yellow. And here we got another windbreaker. And another one. Okay, bit of a switch up for part 3, I guess. Maybe narratively at this point, Joyoung Sok is trying to establish the distinction between the Hummingbird Crew boys and Vinny 3 brands. Not sure though. Back to basics, here we got Dom in another S logo. This time, a brown tee. Here's a hoodie, super similar to Dom's, just for IRL reference. I can't find the exact ID, I can't lie. Oof! Another super nice Supreme box logo. Here, we got a Supreme bandana box logo tee in white and blue. Super nice and nostalgic release for me. On Grailed, a previous listing listed authenticated in a size L was for $126 US. And on StockX, brand new, this tee is averaging for about 180. Another nice BOGO Dom, damn. Dom is highly requested for a reason, his closet is fire. Another cheeky Jasar Thrasher, and now, another Nike hoodie, but this time a super nice collab piece. This is the Nike Jordan Travis Scott collab hoodie that released with Trav's single Highest in the Room. Super nice looking hoodie. Right now, an authenticated listing on Grailed is currently priced at $75 US. Very, very, very nice. He even has a matching yellow coach's jacket that I couldn't ID. Next tee, we're back to Supreme. This is the Supreme TV tee, which is a t-shirt featuring a pink Supreme TV graphic. Calm. An authenticated Grailed listing was listed on Grailed previously for $135 US. Jordan hoodie parody here, and now, wow. Wow, wow, wow. When I say Dom has a good wardrobe of Supreme, this is what I mean. Takashi Murakami, famed and acclaimed Japanese artist that has worked with many people from many industries. Kanye West, Louis Vuitton, Hublot, FaZe Clan. FaZe Clan? Shout out to New FaZe Clan, by the way. This is the Murakami Supreme collab box logo tee. Absolutely insane box logo. Genuinely might be one of the coolest looking ever released. An authenticated listing on Grailed in a size medium is currently listed on Grailed for $249 US. Pretty decent price, I can't lie. And for Dom's last part 3 outfit, we have him in his bread ones and a green variant of his yellow Travis Scott Jordan Nike hoodie. This hoodie in green went for $206 US on Grailed, authenticated in a size medium. All around, this part can be defined by its heavy Nike rotation. Nike and Jordan were worn a lot. I mean, Dom wore them a lot already, but this time it seemed like they made it a point to wear more windbreakers from Nike. But the weekly seasonal Supreme releases makes rereading Windbreaker an absolute joy to read. A blast from the past for someone whose 2017 and 2018 was a very nostalgic time. Super fun to read, and is a wardrobe that I definitely want to cop at some point, for not only nostalgia, but for the style as well. Now, part 4, and damn, I'm washed. If someone can ID this red t-shirt that Dom is wearing, comment down below, but I don't really know. When researching, I found this red tee with Passion in a different font, labeled as an Alexander Wang tee. I'm not too convinced this is the same tee, but if it is, then I guess I got lucky. Next, hey, I actually own this t-shirt. This is the KAWS Uniqlo collab t-shirt. A recurring collab that happens often enough that you can cop it decently cheap for resale, or just wait it out and buy the tees retail when KAWS eventually does another collaboration with Uniqlo. Alright, Dom's next tee definitely cements Dom as a Travis Scott fan. This is the Travis Scott McDonald's action figure t-shirt that released alongside the Travis Scott meal. Who remembers that phenomenon? I actually bought the tie-dye McDonald's tee during the same drop. Definitely one of my more funny tees that I've made a lot of memories with, such as watching the craziest concert I've ever attended, Trav's Circus Maximus tour when he visited Sydney. In the bloody pits. Madness. Stuff like this is another reason why I love reading Korean webtoons like Windbreaker and Lookism. Those of us who know fashion and streetwear get more insight into a character's background and tastes. Like, only because we know streetwear, we know that Dom is likely a decently big Travis Scott fan, which gives us knowledge of his music taste and more. A super rewarding aspect of reading webtoons like this. Anyways, tangent over. This tee was previously listed on Grailed, authenticated for $140 US. Nice tee. Now, alrighty, back to Supreme. This is the Supreme Popeye tee in grey. Classic looking tee with a cool collab with an iconic cartoon. Previously listed on Grailed, this tee in white for $100 US and one in grey for $200. Calm tee. Next, we have a rare hoodie that I'd personally never seen before. This V-Lone Korea hoodie. Whilst V-Lone is definitely nowhere near as cool or popular these days, especially due to Bari's own personal shit going on, this hoodie is still pretty fire, can't lie. Oversized as hell, covering his wrists, and just an overall sick design. An authenticated listing for this hoodie is currently listed on Grailed right now for $155 US in a size large. High key, a very good price for a unique hoodie. Next, back to the basics, and once again, must I repeat myself with another crazy box logo. This is the Supreme and Burberry collab box logo tee from 2022. Super nice tee featuring Burberry's iconic check pattern. Definitely would purchase this for myself. Super clean but still fairly subtle. An authenticated listing on Grailed is currently priced at $207 US in a size medium. Pretty good price once again. Just before Dom is about to bulk up with his Mafia subordinates, we can see him wear the same off-white Nike tee as the beach episode. And Gucci shorts, which retail for somewhere around the $1,000 US region. Damn! Big boy! If I didn't edit it already, I wouldn't be surprised if the dumb glow-up edit introduced a lot of people to Windbreaker. Probably second to the J. Joe trend. Anyways, this compression shirt looks to be from the sportswear brand Spider. I cannot ID the exact compression top, but it feels like I've mentioned this brand in another episode before. Now, it is only right for big ass Dom to be wearing some clothes that show he's on the bulk. Here we got him in another Travis Scott McDonald's shirt, this time being the Fry Face tee, which has the Cactus Jack logo, made with chips. W Foodie. An authenticated listing on Grailed right now is up for $58 US in a small, and previously an extra large for $100. He's also wearing elephant print Jordan basketball shorts with a green S logo Supreme hat. Pretty funny outfit that shows the big dog likes to eat. Here we have Dom in a polo, which is calm. Prediction. And I know I've seen a few people begin to wear polos again, but I genuinely think the Chief Keef polos in particular, the Ralph Lauren ones with the big polo logo, will be an even bigger thing than it is right now. Central C wore one just recently as I'm writing this part of the script right now, actually. I've been on this game for a while, but if you live in Australia and thinking of buying up all the polos, I'll be sad. Back to Supreme photo tees. Dom's next tee he is in is the Supreme Nas t-shirt. Collaboration between Nas and Supreme. Iconic photo tee that released fall/winter 2017. One is authenticated on Grailed right now in a size large for $100 US, but it is heavily used. One in better condition is for sale, but in a size medium and is also listed for $200 US. This is one of the only times we've seen Dom in a piece that's not in the big three Dom brands. This is a Stussy tee, named the Flower t-shirt. Sold out, but we know Stussy regularly releases tees, so just go to your local streetwear store, eh? Next, Dom is wearing a Gap tee. Shout out to Gap. Gap pulled their store from Australia ages ago, but low-key, I want more Gap hoodies and zip-ups, man. I'll definitely cop some next time I visit America. This t-shirt, I believe, is from the Yeezy Gap collab, if I'm not mistaken. Black on black vibes. Super cool. The tee in real life is super oversized, with an interesting and unique silhouette. But in the webtoon, looks a bit more standard. So maybe Dom undersized? Not too sure. Anyways, on Grailed there are two tees I found listed, but both of them are not authenticated. They're listed at $140 US and $90 US. Next fit. Actually, somebody hit me up personally already to get the ID for this jacket. Follow my IG and DM if you ever want to get an ID for a webtoon character or just anyone. Anyways, this is a Nike SB elephant print windbreaker. It's multicolored, with black, red, white, and a brown elephant print. Super nice, and in the webtoon is a super iconic moment for Dom, as we see his new absolutely shredded body after he got plucked. Anyways, this jacket is currently listed on eBay right now for $80 US. He's also wearing Armani underwear. Next, Dom looks mad chic and expensive, I can't lie. The pink sunglasses that make him look like he drives a Porsche, and the bright yellow top with the school blazer that makes him look like a rich exchange student. This top is the Nike Stussy gradient jersey, and I used this fit as the thumbnail to one of my Urufufu videos before. Anyways, this top is currently listed on Ground for $80 US right now, but sadly not authenticated. At the same time, I can't really imagine this top being faked, so I'm not too sure. Next, we have Ted movie poster tee? Someone help me out with this one, I have nothing. Return of the Murakami Bogo in this fit, this time with a padded jacket, bit more simple. And now, in Japan, Dom brings back the Supreme sweatshirt once again, re-wearing some of his fits. I like when Joyoung-suk does this. It makes the webtoon feel more real, like they have real wardrobes that they pick outfits from. This time, Dom is rocking the blue sweatshirt with Jordan 1 Chicago's, another iconic Jordan 1 colorway. The cheapest Chicago colorway out right now is the Lost and Founds, which came out in 2022. On StockX, these are averaging for about $380 US right now. Definitely not too bad of a cop. Japan Speedrun, Ferrari tee, I don't know the ID. Supreme Boxers, $50 US for a pack of 4. Human Made Rabbit tee, $80 US. Actually stop the speedrun. Human Made is a brand made by Nigo, the founder of Bape, after he left Bape to pursue other ventures. Quite a cool company, and definitely has that old Bape feel. Cool brand. And for his last tee in Japan, we have the Supreme Cross box logo tee, another more recent box logo. Medium tees authenticated on Grailed are currently listed for $140 US and $56 US, both used. And now, okay, I'll admit, because of uni and other stuff, I haven't even been catching up on Windbreaker for real, so I had to spoil myself a bit by getting glances from these chapters. But very soon, I will be streaming myself reacting to what I've missed, so stay tuned for that stream. Anyways, back in Seoul, Dom is wearing a blue box logo tee. Not just any though, but the Seoul box logo tee. This tee released in 2023, with the opening of the Seoul store in Korea, similar to the Brooklyn tee. This box logo is clean, and on Grailed is currently listed for $400 US in a size extra large new, and $200 US small, both authenticated. Next, we have Dom in a standard Nike singlet, but on the feet though, damn! These are the Travis Scott Fragment lows. Super clean and super expensive. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's actually kind of funny. Despite having one of the most hyped closets out of the whole cast, none of the pieces have been individually too expensive, surprisingly, but these Jordans are pretty expensive. Size 11 used on Grailed is currently listed for $1,584 US, and on eBay, you will see the prices range, especially with how used the sneakers are. Now, for what I believe is his latest fit, we have him in something I can't ID. Dang. Help me out in the comments, but this seems to be a colorful cheetah print button-up that you can probably find somewhere similar to somewhere else. And that's it. In terms of recommendations, sticking to Nike, Jordan, and Stussy would keep the cost of these outfits a lot lower. Purchasing the exact pieces from these 3 brands would allow you to have the Dom outfits and styling without paying too much resale for Supreme. If you want iconic graphic tees that are cheaper than the box logos, then Stussy is pretty good for the lower end, and Bape if you want to cop some pieces for retail brand new at a decent price, especially if you're in Japan and get in a store there. But other than that, especially because a lot of these pieces are Supreme's more recent releases, where the hype is nowhere near as high as it was before, the resale is nowhere near as expensive and is definitely attainable if you're trying to save up. But yeah, this was fun. Follow the IG to show some love, sub to the second channel for clips from my stream, tune into a Windbreaker React stream on this channel really soon, and check out my merch shop, as I've recently been approached by a company that manages other YouTubers, like MKBHD and Philip DeFranco. So my love letter tee is now available 24/7. Just now it's DTG printing instead. If you want to show some love and support and you really mess with my channel, then copping some merch is a pretty good way too. Love you guys, seriously. And some humongous video essays are on the way. So subscribe if you're ready for that.